All right, YouTube, look, we are not outside today. As you can see, we're inside the house, and today we're gonna bring y'all something special. Today, we decided we're gonna do some seafood lasagna. So Miss LayC is here. She's ready to get it going. Look, she got her water boiling. She got her ingredients laid out on the counter for y'all. Y'all can see some of everything she got going on here, but guess what? It's gonna be an outstanding opportunity for you to see some seafood lasagna. She got her shrimp, her crawfish, her crab meat. It's gonna be the real deal, so y'all stay tuned. All right, we're back, y'all, so check it out. What you got going on there, Miss LayC?
Right now I have my water boiling, and I'm gonna put a little oil in there just to keep my noodles from sticking together. And I'm gonna put a dash of salt in my water, so my noodles won't be so bland.
It's a little bit more than a dash, but we'll take it. I see you using kosher salt.
Yes. And I'm about to put my butter in my saucepan to melt my butter, to saute my onions. I have some minced onions here, and I have some minced garlic that I'm gonna put in there, and caramelize my onions a little bit for my roux to make my sauce. Right now I'm only gonna put about 5 or 6 lasagna noodles in here, because I don't want to overcrowd the pan and cause them to stick together, so I'm gonna only do a few at a time. And while they're softening up, I'm gonna go ahead and put my minced garlic and my onions so they can caramelize.
Got about what, 3 tablespoons of, give or take, of minced garlic.
Yeah.
And that's 1 whole onion, or what is that?
This is a half of a large onion.
Okay. You use sweet onion, or what do you use?
Sweet onion. I'm gonna turn my pan up a little bit just so it can start to caramelize.
So you're looking for that translucent color on your onions, right?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
One thing you gotta be careful about when you're doing this, you don't want your heat too high, right?
No, you don't want your heat too high, because you don't want your onions to start to burn or turn brown. You just want to get the translucent.
So while we're waiting on these onions and garlic to caramelize and wet on these noodles, one old school trick that we've always known, or one thing that we've always done, we always keep some dishwater ready to go. If we don't want to wash dishes at the end after everything is done, we always wash as we go, so you don't have so much work to do at the end of what you're doing.
I just added a little bit more butter to my onions and garlic, because I need a little more butter to make my roux for my sauce. Instead of using plain water, I'm gonna use chicken bouillon to make chicken broth, and that's gonna be my liquid for my sauce. I'm gonna start with warm water so it'll break down easy. and it won't take as long to dissolve.
So there's really no measurement at all. It's just, you got to feel it, right?
Yeah, you just gotta feel it. I just go by the look of it, the way I want it to look.
And consistency, I guess.
And I'm gonna set that to the side for a minute. I'm gonna add the flour to my onions and the garlic. Yes.
So what you really is making a homemade Alfredo sauce.
Yes.
That's what you're really doing.
Yes.
All right, Lucky got some sauce here now going. So you've added Old Bay, parsley flakes, a little bit of salt, a little bit of accent, and of course you got your heavy whipping cream in there now, and some of your chicken bouillon. All right, so what you got going on now?
I'm just gonna stir this until it starts to get nice and thick, and then I'm gonna add some Parmesan, some grated Parmesan cheese to it, so it'll be cheesy. And then later, we're gonna add a little more magic to it.
See it laid out here. We have our cheeses. So you got Parmesan and Romano blend, mozzarella, Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago. You got crawfish tail, crab meat, shrimp, and spinach.
And I always season my ricotta. I don't just put it in there plain.
Okay.
So I'm about to mix this with some eggs and some J.O., a little Obey, some parsley flakes, some Italian seasoning, and some oregano.
So no plain just ricotta cheese.
No plain ricotta cheese.
You actually season the cheese as well.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, I do. Tastes a whole lot better.
So what does the egg do?
The egg helps keep it together.
Keeps it a tight consistency.
Yes, so it don't be loose and runny like you just saw when I poured it in the bowl. And I'm just gonna put a couple of eggs in there.
Okay, so why not put the egg directly in the bowl, in the ricotta cheese?
I don't like to use my eggs directly in the bowl, whatever I'm cooking, because I always like to take that the white part off the egg. Mm-hmm. And also because sometimes you get eggs and you think they're okay and they might have blood spots in them or whatever else. So it's just a safety precaution for me. There we go. Get that in there. A little bit of parsley, oregano, Italian flakes, I'm sorry. Now my oregano. And since we're doing seafood, I'm gonna use the Obey and a little bit of JO seasoning. I'm just going to stir it up nicely. What I'm about to do now is put a little bit of my sauce down in the bottom of my pan before I put the cheese in it, so that so it won't stick. Okay. And the cheese is gonna make it a little bit thicker and heavier. And before I put the cheese in this sauce, I just want to do this so it won't burn to the pan, just to be on the safe side. And you put a little sauce in the bottom of your pan to keep your noodles from getting hard and crispy. You want your noodles to stay nice and soft on the bottom as well. So look nice and buttery. You know, when you're cooking seafood, you always want that extra butter. That butter make everything taste good when you're eating seafood. I'm about to put a couple of handfuls of grated Parmesan cheese in there. Stir that up nicely.
Like you're trying to get that ooey gooey.
Yeah, so we want the ooey gooey. There it is. There go the ooey gooey. So now, I remember I told you I was going to do something special with this.
Okay.
We got the ooey gooey in there. Now I'm about to put just a little bit of marinara sauce in it. Just a little bit, just to turn it up. Change the color a little bit, make it a little bit pink, and all at the same time keep the same flavor that I have.
Okay, so you're gonna make a pink sauce with Alfredo.
Yes.
Got it.
Homemade Alfredo with a little bit of marinara, just to make a pink sauce. And I'm gonna do it gradually. I'm not gonna do it all at once because I don't want to be overbearing.
So you don't want the tomato to overpower the Alfredo?
No, not at all. I'll put just a little bit more. I went on to turn the pan all the way down. If you can look at my eyes and see, I turned it all the way down because my sauce is so rich right now. Remember, you are using milk and butter, so it's real sensitive and it'll burn real easy on you. So here is my pink sauce.
The layering process, okay? You got your seasoned ricotta cheese, you got your spinach, you got your shrimp that's already peeled in the vein. You got your noodles that are done. You see they oil that oil on them so they're not sticking together. And you got your crab here, you got your crawfish tail, your 3 different cheeses, and you got your sauce that you made. So that's your pink sauce, okay? So what's going on now?
What's going on there is I'm gonna layer my noodles. Just like you would a lasagna. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some spinach over top of it. There's some spinach. layer my spinach. And I'm gonna go with some shrimp. Put a few shrimp mix.
It looks like you got about 2 pounds of shrimp here, a pound of crab meat, a pound of crawfish tails. Now, we usually like to use lump crab meat, but the only thing we had available today was claw crab meat, just so you all know.
Crab meat.
Tell you what, it's nice to have some binding agent of crab meat and crawfish tails opposed to ground beef. That's the hamburger meat. We substitute the hamburger with the crab.
Going a little different this time. And we're gonna come with some ricotta cheese.
Is that Parmesan and Romano shaved cheese? Parmesan Romano and Asiago. And you come with the mozzarella. Finely shredded.
Yes, finely shredded. And we're gonna come with the special pink sauce. The ooey gooiness.
Now you got all your ingredients in your pot. You going on with your cheese, huh?
Yep. Putting one layer of cheese, and I'm gonna put another layer of pasta on top of it to seal it. And put it in the oven. We're gonna have to cover it in the oven so it don't brown or don't burn while it's cooking. And I'm gonna cook it for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay. That's gonna be a hearty square lasagna.
Yes.
Once it puffed up on you.
Yeah.
That top layer's a beast.
Wee. It's nice and bubbly.
Mm-hmm. Put the lasagna in. Are you gonna put the oven on broil Bake, or how do you do that?
I'm gonna put it on bake, and I'm gonna put it on 375.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna smooth a thin layer of sauce on this now, just so the noodles don't get hard.
Okay. Just like the bottom of the pot, right?
Right.
Bottom of the dish. So are you gonna cover this with aluminum foil, or is it going straight in the oven?
I'm gonna cover it with aluminum foil. And how I'm gonna do that without it touching, I'll have to put some toothpicks in it to hold the aluminum foil up so that it won't stick to the top of my lasagna.
Toothpicks going on here, and I see you got some heavy duty barbecue Texas tough aluminum foil.
Yeah.
But most people know, LayC, that there's two sides to aluminum foil. You got a matte side or a dull side, and you got a shiny side. So what side do you put towards your food, and why?
I put the shiny side towards the food because it tends to hold the heat to it better.
All right, there you go. You got your final product ready to go into the oven.
We're gonna put it in the oven and let it cook for about 35 to 45 minutes.
All right. So Miss LayC, I saw you do something that was a little slick there. Most people don't utilize it, they don't recognize it, one or the other. But you set your timer on your microwave, which usually is in close proximity of your stove.
Yes.
Yes, you do have timers on your stove as well, your oven as well, but that's easy, and you know that's gonna go off for you real good. So hope y'all can see that. She set the timer on the microwave for what's in the oven.
Okay, we're gonna see what it's doing. Oh yeah, it's sitting up very nicely. Didn't spill over too much. And now I'm going to put, yeah, that's nice and soft, my last top layer of cheese on it. And put it back in the oven and let it brown. And I'm gonna pop her back in the oven for about another 15, 20 minutes. Guys, this is our final product, seafood lasagna. Let us know what you think.
Y'all see Miss LayC here, she got it going on. She cutting some squares out. You know, that's the way it looked, y'all. That's beautiful. It did not spill over. It actually stayed in this plate, and it's great looking. So now we're gonna see how this thing tastes. We got it going on here. This is my square that I'm about to taste here. I just want y'all to see that this is my square. You know, it's been garnished and all that. It's real pretty. And you know, it looks real good, but we got to see how this thing tastes. Y'all stay tuned. This is our first seafood lasagna. Y'all can see that it has some crawfish in it. It got some shrimp in it. It got plenty of cheese, a little Old Bay, a little garnish, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. It looks mighty, mighty good to me. So we're gonna take this first bite and we're gonna see what she like. We already said our grace, so we're gonna have to put some of this in our face. Man, I tell you, it look good. It look good, Miss LayC. How succulent. My God. Woo. I'll tell you what. This your first time, but man, it ain't gonna be your last. Ooh-wee. I'm talking about, y'all, the cheese is popping, the crawfish, the lasagna noodles, everything it's just right, y'all. Got some crab in here too. Look, we got, look at this, y'all. We got crawfish, we got crab, we got shrimp, we got noodles. I mean, it is just a delight, y'all. My God, it is awesome. So look, if y'all ain't never made this, do yourself a favor and make it, because I'm about to get down, y'all. This is Fellas and Family Outdoors. Y'all take care of yours.